Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego. We got connected, we got connected, we got disconnected, then we got connected. Now we are connected. It's Diego with the beautiful Karina here in beautiful Florida, in the panhandle of Florida. But it's cold in the panhandle of Florida, so we got the heat on. And we hope everybody is doing well out there in YouTube land. Kinza Zane. Hi, Kinza Zane. What's going on? I tried to get connected at 6 o'clock. It wouldn't let me connect, so we repeated it. Christopher Stout. Hi, Christopher. And Dardanian King. Tomorrow is my interview. Wish me luck. Dardanian, which country are you going to have your K1 visa interview at? Where do you live? Which country? We are excited for you. Okay, remember, dress business casual, relax. Kosovo. I'm from Kosovo. Very nice. Kelvin Martinez. Hola, Kelvin. Kelvin.
Hola, sí.
¿Das tu hermano?
Sí, claro.
That Karina's brother is online with us. Hola, Kelvin in Bogota, Colombia. Cecilia Gomez. Does she like Florida? Te gusta Florida?
Sí.
Karina loves Florida. Said yes, but it's cold.
Ahora.
Today it's cold. Now Karina is used to being up in the mountains of Bogota, and it's a different kind of weather. Now she's at sea level, and she's adjusting to sea level. So yeah, Karina likes Florida. Today we were busy, out and about, and we went to Walmart. I think Walmart, and tomorrow there's a big storm gonna hit right here. So we are being told to stay inside the house and don't leave. And everything's closed because tomorrow there's supposed to be a big storm hit. So Karina will get to experience her first Florida winter storm. What's going on, Calvin? ¿Cómo estás, Calvin? ¿Tú bien? You get to see your sister right here in Florida, and you're in Bogota, Colombia, up in the mountains. Come on, guys. Now, this is the K1 channel for you guys, so you can ask me questions so I can help you get through this K1 visa process for free. No charge. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice. None. Zero. And I don't work for the State Department or USCIS, but I will this is my 9th year of K1 visas, and Karina made it to Florida. We made it through the immigration checkpoint in Miami and everything. Nagin, hello from Mexico. How long is the wait for the interview? Case accepted 30th of August and still waiting. So the 30th of August, you should have already have been done with your interview. What's the problem? What's the holdup? September, October, November, December. That's 4 months. You need to So Mexico, is your visa interview going to be at Ciudad Juarez or in Mexico City? You should already be done. You should be sending emails to the embassy saying, hey, what's going on? Why is it taking so long? You should be done already. April Flower. Hi, Diego. My attorney contacted the National Visa Center. Okay. She did an inquiry for my case to be transferred directly from the National Visa Center to Abu Dhabi. However, they only gave us a case number. Well, a case number is good. That's a good sign. A case number is good. So just let the process play out, okay? But based on the case number, they said it seems like it's going to Baghdad. Well, Baghdad's not processing K1 visas. So you've got to get your attorney to send an inquiry to the MVC and tell the MVC to send your case to Abu Dhabi. You got to tell the MVC what to do. You got to tell them where to send your case. Okay? Your attorney has to. You got a third party controlling your K1 visa right now, an attorney. They said they will let us know when the case is at the embassy. Okay? Kelvin. Todo bien, gracias a Dios. Kelvin, me alegra. Me alegra. ¿Te gusta Colombia, Kelvin? ¿Te gusta Colombia? Bogota. So based on the case number they provided, it seems like it's going to Baghdad. No, it's not, you want it to go to Abu Dhabi, but you got to tell the NBC where to send it. Randy Druhan, greetings for shipmate. Randy from Texas. What's going on, shipmate? Will I have to fill out 2 affidavit of support forms? I'm sponsoring my Filipino fiance and her minor child. You all look fantastic together. Thank you, Randy. Now let me explain to you, Randy. You don't fill out an affidavit of support for the embassy K-1 visa interview. You fill out an I-134. Yes, you will fill out 2 I-134s, one for your beneficiary and one for your K-2 child. Okay? When they get to the United States of America and you get married, you will fill out 2 adjustment of status forms, paperwork, 2 separate, one for your new wife and one for your stepchild. Okay? You're going to fill out an I-485 for your wife and an I-485 for your child. You're going to fill out an I-864 for your wife and I-864 for your child. You're going to complete an I-693 medical exam for your wife and one for your child. So you're going to send 2 separate adjustment of status green card applications to the lockbox, either in Chicago or Phoenix, Arizona. Depends on where you live. Okay, we live in Florida, so I'm going to file Karina's green card application to Chicago after we get married next week. We can't file it until we get married. We got to put a marriage certificate in the documentation. So, yes, you need 2 affidavits of support for the green card, one for your wife and one for her child. Okay, same for the embassy interview, an I-134, declaration of financial support, one for your beneficiary, your fiance, and one for her child. Okay, you got it, Randy. Do you understand what I just said, Randy? Make sure you tell me you got that. Let me see. Juanita. Hello, Diego and Karina. I hope you are doing well. Juanita, we are good. We're good. We're doing great. How did Karina obtain her original Venezuelan birth certificate? Pregunta para ti. Tu nacimos documento en Venezuela original. ¿Dónde?
En Caracas, en Estado Miranda.
She got it at the records office in Miranda in Caracas, Venezuela. The original one. Okay, she got the original one when she was born, and she kept. Yeah, her mom got the original birth certificate when she was born and kept it in a safe place. But you can get the original birth certificate if you need to get one. You got to go to the office in Miranda in Caracas. If you need an original birth certificate, you can get it from the records office in Venezuela. But Karina said it was many years ago when she got hers, so she didn't have to get a copy of it. Her original birth certificate was given to her mom, and her mom gave it to her, and Karina brought it to Colombia, and then Karina brought it from Colombia to America. Let me see here. Francois, let me see. I have not been able to obtain the original, only a certified copy in Venezuela. Okay, well, the embassy in Bogota is going to want an original. They're going to want the original birth certificate from Venezuela to process your visa. So are you in Venezuela right now, Juanita? Where are you? ¿Dónde? ¿Tú in Venezuela or in Colombia? Francois, good evening. Diego, Karina, and Tokyo. Francois never forgets Tokyo. Now, Tokyo is tearing around the house in the back there, having a great time. He's getting used to this American cat food. He's been eating Colombian cat food for a year. Now he's eating American cat food from Walmart. And he kind of likes it. Randy, yes, sir. Okay, Randy, you got it. Sorcha Anderson, congrats to you both. Benedictions, gracias to Sorcha. Now, Juanita, there's got to be a way to get an original birth certificate, okay? The records office in Caracas, Venezuela should have a copy or should have the original birth certificate on file. Okay, they're only giving you a certified copy in Venezuela. Well, that's the best you've got. I'm in Bogota right now. My mom just went to the registry office and they denied the original. Why? They will not issue the original. Well, your mom needs to go back there to the registry office in Caracas and say, the original is required for immigration. Okay? See if she can ask him again. If not, okay, your mom needs to ask to tell the registry office in Caracas to write a letter. They need to write a letter saying they are refusing to give you the original birth certificate. Have your mom go back to the registry in Caracas and say, look, if you're not going to give me the original birth certificate, you need to write an affidavit and state that, and have them sign it and have their seal put on the letter. That will cover you. Okay? Right. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You got the immigration officer won't take your word for anything. If the registry office in Caracas, Venezuela won't give it to you, they will not write the letter. It's in San Cristobal. Okay, donde ciudad?
Táchira.
Huh?
Táchira.
Okay, they won't write a letter. So you need to write, you need to have your mom write an affidavit and state that she went to the registry office in San Cristobal, and the registry office will not issue you an original birth certificate. Have your mom write an affidavit, sign it, and get it notarized. Sharon Denise Persikian, look at that super chat. Fantastic. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, Sharon, we're going to need that. Karina is getting used to American food, and I took her to a Mexican restaurant today, and all the waitresses, or you call them the greeters, they all spoke Spanish. So Karina wasn't lost and confused. They spoke perfect Spanish. And so I spoke to the lady. I said, hey, hablo español aquí. So they spoke to Karina in Spanish. They were all happy. So yeah, thanks for the super chat, Sharon. We appreciate you. Juanita, you were not born in Caracas. Okay, it doesn't matter where you were born in Venezuela. If you were born in Caracas or San Cristobal or wherever you were born, what you need is an original birth certificate. If you can't get it and the registry office in Venezuela won't give it to you, San Cristobal, you need to have your mom write an affidavit letter saying that on this day she went to the registry office and in Venezuela, wherever it is, San Cristobal, and they wouldn't give you the original birth certificate, only a certified copy of the birth certificate. You got to have a letter from your mom, and then put the phone number and the address of the registry office in Venezuela where your mom went, put the address, the phone number, the email address, and include that in the affidavit letter. And then the U.S. Embassy will then look at that, okay, as evidence that you tried to get the original. Sharon Denise Persikian, anxiously waiting for February 23rd to get here. February, just right around the corner. It's next month. It's February's next month. That's right. You can see it right now. You can see February. There it is. It's right there. And Sorch Anderson, hey Diego, if you live in Maryland, where should you send your adjustment of status application? It will go to Chicago, the lockbox in Chicago. I made a video about our adjustment of status, and I spoke the address. I spoke the address in the video. So if you watch that video, you can write down the address. Thank you. Juanita says thank you. Yeah, Juanita, we're going to cover you on this channel, okay? We're going to cover you. You got to get your mom, write an affidavit, say that this is the address of the records office in Venezuela. They wouldn't give you the original birth certificate. They only gave you a certified copy. This is the address, the phone number, the email. Have your mom sign the letter, okay? And then get it notarized in Venezuela, notarize it, and then get that to you, and then you're good. Kinza Zane, we had our interview on on the 12th, the 9th of November. What is that? Is that the 12th of September or the 9th of December? The 9th of December, I'm assuming, right? The officer requested us to send original birth certificate. Yep. Original police report. Yep. To be mailed to them within 20 days. Okay. We sent the papers almost 2 weeks ago. Okay. We'll give them time to process it. You sent it to them. right? You send it to them, you send them the paperwork, so now you just got to wait for them to process it. We had to wait almost a month for an Interpol police certificate. You know, that's something I wasn't expecting to have to worry about, but it popped up. So we had to wait a month for that. So it's a process, guys. Cage, let me see. 3 days before the 20 days, so far we haven't heard from them. They haven't even notified us that they received the mail. Well, not. Send them an email and ask them if they got it. Call it. Can you call the embassy? Can you send them an email? KJB, hey Diego, how soon can I fill out and submit my DS-160? I've got a ready status today. I sent the embassy a message today on what the next step is, but no response. Give it at least a week, KJB. Give it at least a week for the embassy to get your paperwork figured out and processed and put together. Give it time, okay? Give them time to process it. It took about 2 weeks before I could schedule the visa interview for Karina. Okay, I got the ready status, and then 2 weeks later, I think it was like just under 2 weeks. Then I got the ready, where I could process her visa. I got the K1, I got the packet 3, packet 4 email. So be patient, okay? You can do it. Kenza Zane, when I check the status, it's always on refuse. Well, that's normal. It's okay. Don't worry about that. The status shows that the last update was made today, but no change has been made. So they haven't processed the paperwork yet. Any idea how long they're going to keep us on refused? Well, you're not refused. Your visa's approved, okay? They're just waiting to process those paperwork that you got to send in, the birth certificate, the police certificate, etc. But the embassy's busy, okay? They're very busy. So give them time to process the paperwork. Give them at least 3 weeks. Jama Ja, how long does a K1 visa take from the Philippines? Well, it takes about 12 to 13 months now from NOA1 to visa in the passport. It's about 13 months total. Francois Livingston, I must be the only one on this channel that is way behind. What do you mean way behind, Francois? You're way ahead. You're 6 months into your K1 visa, right? 6 months in. In another 3 or 4 months, you're going to get your NOA2 letter. Francois, relax. You got this. Yo te lo cuento. Hello, guys. Do you know if I can study without make the adjustment of status? No entiendo te pregunta. Yo no entiendo pregunta. Yo te lo cuento, por favor. Do you know if I can study without making the adjustment of status? I don't understand what you're asking me. Are you on a student visa, or are you coming on a K1 visa? If you're coming on a K1 visa, you got to get married and file for your green card. You can go to school on a green card. Once you get your green card, you can go and sign up for college or university if you want to. You can go to school. If that's the question if that's what I think you're trying to ask me, can I study while you make the adjustment of status? Yeah, you can. See if the university will accept you. They may need your green card though, and social security number. Christopher Stout to Jamma, I still have my NOA1 from November 9th, 2022. Still waiting on my NOA2. I'm not sure what's going on. Got to be patient. Christopher, you'll get your NOA2. November to November, December to January. So that's 14 months. So you should have had it already by now, but give it time. They probably won't let you send an inquiry just yet. So just give it a little bit more time, couple more weeks, okay? Bart Garcia, hello, Karina and Diego from Washington State. Mm-hmm. How's the weather in Washington State? It's cold here. And tomorrow there's a big storm coming through here. I'm getting all these text messages, don't leave the house. Yo te lo cuento, I want to go to college, also want to have my driver's license. You can do all that but you got to get your green card and your social security number. Okay? When you register in college, you got to have a social security number. You got to have a green card, legal residency. Juanita, Diego, I apologize, but I think Karina's birth certificate may be a certified copy if she obtained it 8 years ago. No, she got her birth certificate when she was born. They issued it to her when she was born, and they gave it to her mom, and then her mom gave it to Karina, and then she got it apostilled in Colombia. Can she double check and let me know later? Thank you. ¿Es tu necesitamos documento certified copia o original?
Original.
No, it's her original birth certificate. When she was born, they gave it to her mom, and then her mom gave it to Karina when she was like 20 years old. So that, you know, it's an original birth certificate at birth. I just want to avoid an RFE. I can understand that, Juanita. No, there's no doubt. But you need to get your mom to write a letter saying that she tried to get the original birth certificate and they refused to give her the original, only a certified copy. Have your mom write an affidavit, put the address of the registrar's office in Venezuela, get it notarized, and that will cover you. They just want us to have proof. Eugene Bentz. Hello, hola Diego and Karina. Oscar and I are in Costa Rica for the interview tomorrow. We are excited and nervous. Oscar already did his pre-interview, and they did his fingerprints and reviewed his documents. So that's the biometrics. Yeah, good job. That's great. How's everything in the Dominican Republic? How's the weather over there? And Bud Garcia says, you're not the only one behind. Come on, Bud. You're good. No, and then Ken's is saying, no, I can't. They don't answer. Okay, but you got to keep sending the emails to the embassy. Okay, that's proof of continued communication with immigration. If you don't show proof of continued communication, you know, your visa will time out. So you got to keep emailing them once a week. Jamaja, how long did your K1 visa take from start to finish? 20.6 months, 628 days. Bud Garcia, is it raining? It is raining, and we are going to get snow. Well, you're in Washington State. I'm in Florida, and it's raining, and we're not going to get snow. That's why I'm in Florida. If I want to see Florida, if I want to see snow, I will move to Washington State. And in Eugene Bentz, what questions did you have at your visa interview? They asked her my brother's name. They asked her where my brother lives. They asked her what's her address in Florida. They asked her if I've ever been to prison. They asked her if she knew that I was divorced from a previous K1 visa. They asked her, what are your plans? For Florida, what are you going to do when you get here? It was about 11 questions in about 20 minutes. Juanita, Karina, es en español. Disculpa, ¿podrías verificar?
Sí, es copia fiel original con sello húmedo y firma. Pero sí, es copia.
Es copia.
Copia original con sello húmedo y firma.
So it's a copy of the original is what she used at the visa interview without a problem.
Hace 8 años.
So if you have a copy of your original, if you have a certified copy of your original birth certificate, you should be fine. Karina said you'll be okay. You'll be fine. Eugene Bentz, Karina, ¿qué pregunta?
Hicieron la entrevista en español para Oscar. ¿Cómo conocí a Diego? ¿Dónde? ¿Su hermano? Dirección de aquí de Florida.
Mi trabajo.
Sus trabajos. Dirección, nombre de su hermano. ¿Cuántos matrimonios? ¿Dónde su adolescencia? ¿Dónde creció en su adolescencia? Eso es lo que recuerdo.
Es fácil.
Sí, es básico.
Es básico preguntas. Francois Livingston, it's cold in New York State too, and lots of snow. Well, my condolences. Has the government of New York taxed the snow yet? Are they taxing the snow? Do they tax how much snow falls in your garden? So if you get like 10 inches of snow, do they tax you by the inch? Let me see. I told my fiance today I would like to go south. He asked why. Well, it's cold, it snows, the government sucks, your taxes are high, the price of gas is horrible in New York. It's a beautiful place to go for a vacation in the summer, but living there sucks. Jennifer Caicedo, hey, hello guys. OMG, I am super happy for you too, Diego. Got to tell you, I went into a nightmare. My case, let me see. My case was in 221G in administrative process on Friday, and then they changed it to issued. Yeah, we went into a 221G too for 4 weeks over a stupid Interpol certificate. Okay. So we said, okay, we went into a 221G for a month. So I was stuck in Colombia for another month. I had to pay rent on the apartment for an extra month. I had to borrow money from her brother to pay the rent on the apartment because I didn't bring enough cash with me because I thought we were going to be leaving Colombia in November. Thanks to the embassy, you know, they held us up an extra 6 weeks. So I had to pay the rent, pay the water bill, pay the electric, pay the gas, pay the internet on our apartment in Colombia for an extra month. And I didn't plan for that. So her brother took care of it, and then I paid her brother back. It was insane. But, you know, we understand the stress of it, okay? But Jennifer, you got it done, right? Christopher, I started process in November 2022, got a November 9th, 2022 NOA 1. Still waiting on NOA 2. They're still behind on the backlog in the Philippines. Okay, so it's in the Philippines. I've heard they are in a backlog. Christopher, they are in a backlog in the Philippines. That's correct. Jennifer, do you know the time in Colombia after issued when I will be able to pick it up? Well, we picked up Karina picked up her K1 visa and her passport like 5 days after the issue. 4 days, 4 or 5 days. If it says issued, go down to the office in Bogota, and it's near the biometrics, and they probably have it ready for you right now. They're probably waiting for you right now. Adolfo Sanchez, I've been on ready status since October 6, 2023 in Juarez, still waiting on an appointment. I believe in Juarez, Ciudad Juarez, they are the ones that set the appointments for you, okay, in Mexico. So you just got to keep emailing them like once a week, checking in with them, say, hey, I'm just checking in. And then eventually you'll get an interview at the visa. You'll get a visa interview in Ciudad Juarez. Susie Galvez, hello, Diego and Karina. What's up, Susie? What's going on in Susie's world? Greg Lamping, hi, Diego. On arrival from Bogota, immigration sent my prometida to a room by herself, took her visa and packet, stamped her passport. She did not get any documents, no I-94, and the other instructions. So where did you land? Which city did you land in? You're asking me, is it a problem? No, it's not a problem, because every different city in America has their own immigration processing check-in. I just don't know which city you landed in. Oh, look at that super chat. Hold on a second, guys. We got a super chat from Retro Rock and Roll. Man, I can fill my car up in gas for that. We appreciate you, Retro, and also to Jennifer and everybody. Thank you for that super chat. That's awesome, you know. And we appreciate those super chats, guys. I mean, I do this for free, okay? I'm saving you thousands of dollars in immigration fees. It would cost you $100 to talk to an immigration attorney, and I answer all the questions for free. So we appreciate that. And let's see, Greg, which city did your prometida land in America? What city? What airport? They put her in a room by herself. That's normal. They took her visa packet. That's normal. They stamped her passport. That's normal. She did not get any documents, no I-94 or other instructions. Now look in her passport, and there might be a card that was stamped in there that says I-94. It's a CBP form, Customs and Border Protection form, I-94. If it's not in her passport, don't worry. You can get it online at the Customs and Border Protection website. Go to the cbp.com and look for I-94, and you can download the I-94 online, okay? But you got to have that I-94 for your green card application. You got to have it. You got to include it in your green card adjustment package. But there's different cities like Miami. They issued her the I-94 right there at the immigration office. And they didn't take her in a room by herself. I was with her. And, every city's different. Greg Lamping, is it a problem? No, it's not a problem. Everything's fine. They let her in the country, right? If it was a problem, they wouldn't have let her in the country. Jamaja, how do you expect your process to take? How long do you expect your process to take? I believe the Philippines has the longest processing time. It does right now. It has a long processing time in the Philippines. There's a lot of people from the Philippines moving to America. Christopher, Karina will be able to see NFL Super Bowl, tradition of what we do in the USA. Deporte de football. Okay, that's this month, right? Isn't the Super Bowl this month? Bud Garcia, how is Karina adapting to Florida? Pregunta para ti, ¿tú acostumbrado a Florida?
Ahora sí.
Yeah, she knows Walmart. She hasn't been to Publix yet. She saw her Winn-Dixie, and she knows all the Tom Thumb gas stations. She goes, okay, you got to make a right turn here at the Tom Thumb. She remembers the way home by the Tom Thumb gas station and the Pen Air Bank. See, she's good. She's doing good. Eugene, thank you. Muchas gracias. No problem, Eugene. Retro Rock and Roll. Diego, congratulations. Good to see you with Karina in the USA. Retro Rock and Roll. Thanks for that super chat, okay? We appreciate that. Makes me feel, we know you guys are struggling and stressing and trying to get your K-1 visas, and you get to you get all these questions, and the immigration's not answering your questions. So I'm answering for you. 99% of the time, I'm absolutely 100% correct. I've been through this twice, plus a spousal and a K2. But Retro, we appreciate that super chat, man. Kinza Zane, we also send messages to them 3 times, calling them on the phone in pain. It's a pain in the rear. That's the embassy in Ankara, Turkey. Right. It's a pain. It sucks. This whole process is a pain. It took us almost 2 years for Karina to get here. We've been dating for over a year. Okay, we've been together a long time, and I know it's crazy. It's a crazy process, but you're going to get there. You're going to get there. Remember, I did the live stream for a year by myself here in Florida for you guys. I did the live stream for 10 months in Colombia for you guys with Karina, and now we're back. Now we're together finally. Thank goodness. Here in Florida, you guys will be the same way. You'll get your visa as long as you qualify for the benefit. And the embassy in Ankara, Turkey is slow. Susie Gomez, the embassy of Lagos in Nigeria are backlogged 6 to 12 months. So that's what they tell you, but they're not. Okay. And will the DS-160, will it expire? Will they forget about us? No, they cannot forget about you. But you must maintain contact with the embassy in Nigeria. Send them an email, I would say 3 times a month, and check in with them and say, I'm just checking in, and then print those emails, because that is proof of communication, proof of continued communication with the embassy, so they can't turn around and say, we forgot about you, we're going to terminate your visa. They won't do that as long as you maintain contact. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to respond to you, but you send the email to the embassy, you print it, and you store it in a folder, and call this embassy, communication with the embassy in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay? So then when you finally get to the day where you can schedule the interview, you bring those emails to the visa interview so they can't say you didn't communicate with us. Yeah, I did. Here's the evidence. Everything about an immigration process is pure evidence. Emails, letters, documents, everything's got to be proven. Okay? Your words are zero. You say, well, I called you and emailed you. Where's the evidence? Immigration don't care what you say. They care what you print. They care what's in, all they care about is what's in writing. If it's not in writing, it didn't happen. Okay? Retro rock and roll. My lovely prometida is finally here in the United States. Okay. Thanks for all of your videos, including the I-134 adjustment of status videos. No problem, Retro rock and roll. Hopefully they helped you. Well, they obviously did. You made it. She made it to America. And all your questions were answered. Eugene, we also will be living in Gulf Breeze. Gulf Breeze is about an hour from here. I have been following you for a long time. Congrats and welcome to the United States. Buenas Estados Unidos. Karina, good luck on your wedding. Buena suerte en matrimonio. Mucha suerte en tu boda. Okay, gracias. Eugene, Gulf Breeze. Now you got to watch out in Gulf Breeze, okay? Because if you go 1 mile over the speed limit in Gulf Breeze, the Gulf Breeze police fascists will write you a speeding ticket. Okay? Do not speed in Gulf Breeze. And I believe they got cameras in Gulf Breeze that take pictures of your license plate if you run a red light by accident. Okay? So Gulf Breeze is like the dictatorship of Santa Rosa County. So, but hang in there. It's a beautiful little place to live. It's a lovely little barrio, but you got to watch out for speeding and for the cameras on the red lights. I got rid of the cameras on the red lights here in this barrio. I didn't want, it's a principle, right? It's the principle of the thing. Big government spying on me while I'm driving. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to run a red light. I'm not going to run a red light. I don't want to get killed. Okay, but it's the principle. So I put political pressure on these government officials who were using the red light cameras as a cash cow and got them kicked out of here. Maybe you could do the same in Gulf Breeze. But Gulf Breeze is a nice place. Angel Take, hi Diego and Karina, welcome to America.
Gracias.
That's great. Thank you. Our interview is in a couple of days. Angel, you've got this, Angel. Antonio Clark, hello, Mr. Diego. The embassy in the Dominican Republic notified us they received my divorce decree. Can you give me an estimated time we will receive the visa? Probably in about 10 days to 2 weeks. It's not much time. If they notified you they got that original certified copy of the divorce decree, which is mandatory at every freaking embassy in the world, then you will get your visa in about a week to 10 days. Congratulations. And I'm glad you did what I said to do and sent it courier, right? You listen to me. Retro rock and roll, have dinner on us. Retro rock and roll, we will do that. I will take Karina back to this Mexican restaurant that we had dinner today. Greg Lamping, we landed in Newark. Okay, so you landed in Newark, New Jersey. New Jersey, right? The highest tax state in the union, next to California and New York. Okay, so I am not surprised that the immigration officer in Newark, New Jersey, treated your beneficiary the way he treated her. Okay, I'm not surprised. The government in Newark it's like they think that we work for them, but they don't. They work for us, but they've forgotten that in New Jersey. Okay, so you're going to be just fine. But you can get your I-94 form online at the Customs and Border Protection website.com. Go in there, look for I-94, put in your prometida's passport number and her name, and you will be able to find your I-94. Then you have to print it. But you got to find it, and you got to print it. And you can do it. Yeah, from Bogota, Colombia. Yeah. Well, Greg, welcome your beneficiary to New Jersey. Faris Hassan, hey Diego, my fiance's interview is on the 26th of February. My question is, would it be a problem for me to be there with her? Also, is there any paperwork I need to send to the embassy prior to going to the interview? Okay, Faris, what country? I don't know what country you're in. You got to tell me. I can't remember. I tried to remember, but Faris, if you tell me the country, I can tell you if you can go to the interview or not. But your beneficiary is going to need the original I-134 Declaration of Financial Support. She's going to need any divorce decrees, original certified copies, not scanned copies, not emails, original certified. An original police certificate. Her original certified copy is going to be okay of her birth certificate. Jennifer, Karina, I am Jennifer.
Ah, sí. Sí, gracias Jennifer. Igualmente. Gracias, gracias. Bienvenida también a nuestra casa. Gracias.
And Jennifer, you saw you mentioned
Transmilenio, recuerda foto.
Okay, Jennifer,
Sí.
I remember you. Jennifer,
Sí.
you recognized me from the channel in Bogota, Colombia,
Sí.
at the bus station.
Transmilenio.
You saw me with my navy hat, and you said, "Diego," and I'm like, I'm at the bus station in Bogota. I said, somebody's calling my name. What's going on? And Jennifer's like, hey, it's me, Jennifer, from the channel. I said, hey, Jennifer.
Luego el médico.
Right.
Sí.
Gracias,
Jennifer.
We sat with you in the medical exam, and then you asked me a question about your I-134, right? I'm assuming that your sponsor got you the I-134, and that you're now in America. Let me see. The door to my house is open. Gracias, Jennifer. Gracias. And I don't use Facebook. Karina uses Instagram. Facebook's, I can't stand Facebook. I can't stand it. But Karina uses Instagram. Okay. Bud Garcia, when do you think I will hear something from the National Visa Center? My NOA2 was 19 October 2023. October, November, December, January. This month, Bud Garcia, your prometida is in Thailand, right? Bangkok, Thailand, close to Bangkok. You will hear from the NVC this month. Retro rock and roll for Ciudad Juarez. The consulate sends you an email with the date and the time of your interview. That's correct. That's right. Andrea Ortega. Andrea, familiar?
Sí.
Now, Karina's sister-in-law is now on the channel. Hola, Andrea.
Hola.
Hola, Diego and Karina, desde Bogotá.
Oh, sí.
Well, we know you're in Bogota. So Karina's brother is watching us in Bogota, and Karina's sister-in-law.
Sí.
Retro rock and roll. They send you the interview. Yep. Vanessa, hi Diego and Karina. Vanessa Robles, what's going on, Vanessa? How is everything in your neck of the woods? Orlando Lopez, congrats, you two, all the best. Orlando, thank you. Faris, so I'm supposed to be communicating with the Abu Dhabi embassy. Okay, Abu Dhabi. I don't even think they will let you accompany your beneficiary into the interview in Abu Dhabi. I don't think that you can. But what I would do is I would email the embassy and double check what I just said and ask them. But you got to get those original documents to your beneficiary. I-134, signed and dated, not a copy, not a scan, not an email, the original one. And Susie, got it. I will definitely do that. And thanks. No problem, Susie. Andrea, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te sientes in Florida?
Excelente. Muy bien.
So Karina's sister-in-law is asking Karina, how is she like in Florida? Andrea, muy bien, gracias. Faris, Abu Dhabi. Okay, I don't think you can accompany your beneficiary to the embassy interview in Abu Dhabi. I don't think so. But double check me, okay? Email the embassy and ask them. Or go to the website, U.S. Embassy Abu Dhabi, and look on their website under immigrant visas and see what their rules are. Marvel Campbell, hey Diego, how are you? Very good. Muy bien.
Excelente.
My fiance went today for the interview and got a 221G. We did too. I expected it for medical as it is scheduled for next week. But seriously, not for him. Original birth certificate. And police. Yeah, you got to have a certified copy of the original birth certificate and a police certificate. Got to have the original. We had to get an Interpol police certificate, for crying out loud. It took almost a month to get it. Record in Jamaica, Marvel, Hola Diego, Marvel MP, Hola Diego, Hola Karina.
Yeah.
Karina looks happy as a clam. Tú muy feliz as
Sí,
pescado.
Sí.
In Mali.
Sí.
I don't know the Spanish word for clam, so I said fish. He forgot to take the originals to the interview. Oh, no, Marvel. Not good. But you get it fixed, okay? No problem. Marvel Diego, my scary visa interview is tomorrow. Mañana is the cita. I'm 90% excited and 10% nervous. No, 100%. 100% excited. It's almost over for you guys. You're going to get to the United States. Bud Garcia, yes, she is. Yes, she is in Thailand. Christian Camilo Limos, saludos desde Bogotá. Un fuerte abrazo para ambos. Se la quiere mucho.
Gracias, igual.
Gracias, igual, Christian. Vanessa, I am doing good. My fiance is here in New York. New York, what's it with New York, guys? It's cold there. We plan to get married in 2 weeks. We get married next week. On Sunday, January 14th, 2024. It's all over for Karina. She becomes Karina Ross. And we'll make a video so that you can see it and our family can watch it. Let me see. K Messenger, hola Diego, Karina, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. We're good. Saludos de TX Cala, tu pronunciación? Mexico.
No.
Okay, Karina is Venezuelan, and she can't even say that word. I'm American, I can't say it. Karina is Latina.
Tlaxcala, Mexico.
Karina,
Tlaxcala.
it's a hard word to say.
Tlaxcala.
K Messenger, you have got Karina confused. Retro Rock and Roll, gotta go. See you later, Diego and Karina. God bless America. That's exactly right. God bless America. Thanks for the super chat, Retro Rock and Roll. That's going to be dinner at Karina's new favorite Mexican restaurant. Christopher, I have changed my address in 2023 in February, but I filed my NOA-1 in Ohio. Does this affect on holding wait time? Address changes got nothing to do with anything unless they sent your NOA-2 letter to your old address. If they sent the NOA-2 letter to your old address, you need to contact immigration and ask them for a new NOA-2 letter. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe the immigration didn't get the address change update properly in time, and they sent your NOA-2 letter to the old address. That could have happened. I don't know. Andrea Ortega, Paula les manda saludos. Hola Paula. Ella también. Ella.
Hola Paula.
Now Paula is Karina's niece. She's a beautiful little girl. Beautiful little girl. Sí. The princess of the family. Sí. Princesa Paula. Sí. Principe ella. So we'll see you later, Retro Rock and Roll. Bud Garcia, what is the wait time for an interview in Thailand? 2 to 3 months. They're pretty busy right now. And K Messenger, exactly correct, Karina.
Sí. Oh, sí, está bien.
So Karina pronounced that word correctly. I can't say it. Now, what do you think of my new teeth? I was in Colombia, two massive abscess infections on my 2 front teeth, needed 4 fillings filled. I got a gum infection, and I'm like, man, that one, all I did was eat a bag of chips. Right? So I went to my dentist in Colombia. My dentist in here in Florida said he wanted $6,300 to fix everything. I said, look, dude, I just need for you to fix my teeth. I don't want to have to put a swimming pool in your backyard. So I flew to Colombia and went to my dentist in Colombia, Dr. Norberto. He's from Cuba. And my other ontologist. And between the 2 of them, they got my 4 fillings filled. They fixed the gum infection. They pulled my 2 front teeth out and then gave me a temporary. And then they created 4 brand new teeth for me. They did a root canal here, gave me 2 new front teeth. And what do you think? Is it good? Okay. It cost me $1,500. It cost me $1,500 in Bogota to get my teeth fixed, 4 new front teeth, medication for infection, 4 fillings filled, a teeth cleaning, and my gum problem fixed. $1,500. In Florida, they wanted $6,300 for the exact same thing. So I saved, what's the math on that? I saved what, $5,000 plus a plane ticket? Christopher, you need to check on your address and find out if your NOA2 was sent to your old address. Okay. Let me see here. K Messenger, exactly correct. Bud Garcia, what tax transcripts do I need, or wages, or what ones? Get your, if your K1 visa interview is going to be past April of 2024, you're going to need your 2023, 2022, 2021 tax transcripts and tax returns and W-2s. If your K1 visa interview is before April 15th, 2024, you need to get your 2022, 2021, 2020 tax returns, tax transcripts, W-2s, etc. Okay, you got it? So I've got all of Karina's green card paperwork put together. We're going to get married next week. Then I'll put her marriage certificate, our marriage certificate in there. Then I'm waiting right now for 1099s to come in so I can then do my taxes in February. And then when I've done my taxes, then I'm going to file for her green card. I want to include my 2023 tax return in this green card application, because in 2022 I was in Colombia for a year. I wasn't working, so my income went down. It's not going to hurt the visa process, but I want them to see that I went back to work in 2023. K Messenger, did you get a traditional Christmas present? 2 front teeth, nueve denti para Navidad.
Correcto.
Exactly what happened. All I want for Christmas are my 2 front teeth, my 2. But I got 4. The dentist looked at my teeth and she said, okay, these 2 had to come out. Dr. Norberto Polquita, he took those out. He fixed the infection. I had to wait a month for the infection to get cleared up. And then I went to my odontologist, or however you pronounce it. And she said, I'm going to root canal this one. I'm going to root canal this one. I'm going to give you 4 new front teeth, not 2. She said, two, it's not going to cost me any more money, really, not much more, but she gave me 4 front teeth. Check it out. In Bogota. Saved me $5,000. Rohit Patel. Hola, beautiful couple. I got my NOA1 July 20th, 2023. Okay. When to accept my NOA2? I would say probably May of 2024. You will get your NOA2. California Service Center. Yeah, it's about a 9-10 month turnaround now from NOA1 to NOA2. So Rohit, look for your NOA2 letter by May of 2024, by the end of the spring, beginning of the summer. ECAS. Hi, Diego. I want to know, is it possible to have a joint sponsor at the first stage? You get the joint sponsor when you go to the embassy interview, and then when you go to apply for the green card. You don't have to include a joint sponsor in your K1 visa package. In fact, you don't have to include any financial paperwork, tax returns or anything like that in your K1 visa application. Now, I recommend that you do. I did, because it gives immigration a warm and fuzzy that your income is good. But you don't submit the joint sponsor paperwork until the embassy interview, when your joint sponsor will fill out an I-134, and then for the green card, when your joint sponsor will fill out the I-864 affidavit of support. If you have a joint sponsor who's a family member living in your house, you fill out form I-864A. Okay, there's a difference right there. K Messenger, they look great, Diego. Me teeth, congratulations. Now ready for those wedding pictures. Yeah, it took let me see, 6 weeks to get my teeth corrected in Colombia. It took 6 weeks. I got to Colombia October 31st, September 2nd. I was in the dentist chair getting my teeth yanked out. Then I had to wait a month for the infection to go away and take these antibiotics and all this other junk. And then they had to create molds and create my teeth and send them to a company, and they made my teeth, and boom. Look at that, check it out. Good for wedding pictures. Julio Berbo. Congrats to you and Karina. Thank you, Julio. How long is it taking to get an interview in El Salvador? About 6 weeks. El Salvador is not too busy. In Central America, they're not too busy, so it shouldn't be too long for you in El Salvador. Christopher Stout, I did check with them on December 19th. They said when I chatted, asked Emma and went through the live chat. That's a good idea. They said it was being corrected, update address. So what I read so what do I need to do? Well, what happened was your NOA2 letter, it sounds to me like they sent it to the old address. So what you need to do is ask for a new NOA2 letter, go into MVC inquiry or email the service center or do both and say, please send me a new NOA2 letter. I didn't get it. Okay. If they don't respond, or if you have an issue there, go do a Freedom of Information Act request for your NOA2 letter. Do an FOIA request. Go to USCIS /FOIA.gov. Process a Freedom of Information Act request for your NOA2 letter, and you'll get it like that. And you will also find out if you've actually been issued an NOA2 letter. But I think you have. I just think it got lost in the mail somewhere. Okay. Christopher K. Messenger, they look great, Diego. Good pictures, yeah, for the wedding. Christopher, I'll give them a call this week if I can get them on the phone. Yeah, don't even call them. Do a Freedom of Information Act request for your NOA2 letter. FOIA request, USCIS. They'll respond to you much quicker through an FOIA request. Francois Livingston, Christopher Stout, there's a way you can bypass Emma, and all you have to say is InfoPass. And it will take you to a live agent. Well, it's better than taking you to a dead agent. A live one's good. Try it. I've done it a couple of times. Good info from Francois. Francois, you are a great asset to this channel. Bud Garcia, is the wages tax transcript or tax return transcript what ones? You need your tax return, 1040, and the tax transcript for your income, your income and wages. Okay? Your income, your wages. That's what you need. Christopher, it directed me to live chat. It will give me a real person that was being rude. Well, you're going to find most people at USCIS, MVC, they're not very happy campers. They're dealing with people every single day. Questions. It's not an easy job working for USCIS. I wouldn't want to do that job. They make good money. They make a lot of money, but think about all the stress they're under trying to get this paperwork processed on time for you guys. It's not easy working for USCIS, and it's not easy going through a K-1 visa process. So both sides of the aisle, it's a difficult process, right? It's not easy. It wasn't easy for us. It's not easy for immigration. Then it's not easy for the embassy. The embassy, they got to do all these interviews. They don't want to fail you. They want to approve your visa. But what happens when they can't? What if they find a K-1 visa that's totally not right, totally a fraudulent visa request? They have to deny it. No, you're denied. But the embassy don't like to do that. They just basically took control of somebody's life and threw it away. Think of the stress on that person, and think of how difficult it is for the immigration officers to deny a visa. It's not an easy job, guys. 95% of the time you're going to get a visa approved. 95% they're all are getting approved right now. But those 5%, they take a toll on an immigration officer's mind, But they got a job to do, right? So they get grouchy sometimes. Let me see. Princess Lizzie. I like that name. Princess Lizzie. I like that name. Congratulations on coming to Florida, Karina.
Gracias.
Thank you. Karina says thank you. Christopher, can you guys email all the information so I can follow the steps? Can you guys email the information to who? To you? To Francois. Okay, so Christopher is asking Francois for information on how to do this live chat with a grouchy immigration officer. Okay, guys, I've been talking for an hour. I don't know, Karina, ¿tú tienes hambre?
Poco.
Karina's a little hungry. I'm a little hungry. Throw some questions at me. What day is it today? Today's Monday, right? The next live stream will be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Now, tomorrow, I'm supposed to go meet with our pastor guy, the wedding officiant, the pastor, Captain Bill. But there's a big storm blowing into our neck of the woods, and we're getting all these messages on my phone saying, don't leave the house tomorrow. So I'm going to check the weather, and then I will email our pastor tonight and say, hey, are we still good to meet tomorrow? But we're going to go ahead and log off, go get something to eat. We'll be back on Wednesday night. We hope everybody's doing well. Relax. You're going to get your visa, guys. Francois, you'll get your visa. And then ECAS. So if the sponsor can't meet the minimum income requirement, is it possible to have a joint sponsor when the benefit goes to the embassy? Yes. You have to have a joint sponsor if you don't make the income. The embassy officer is going to look and say, you don't meet 100%. And then when you get to the United States, you're going to be at 125%, and that's the minimum. You want to be at least $3,000 or $4,000 above that. Okay? If you don't meet the income requirements, or if you're $2,000 or $3,000 above the income requirement, get a joint sponsor and bring the I-134 to the embassy interview. So if you don't, the immigration officer, the consul officer is going to deny your K-1 because of income. And Christopher and Francois are chatting back and forth, and we are on the same boat. Diego and Karina are the captains of this K-1 visa ship. Yeah. We're going to get you your K-1 visas, guys. You just got to qualify, and you just got to be patient. You got to relax. Enjoy your wonderful life. Thank you, K Messenger. And with that, you get the last word. And I will see you guys on Wednesday at 6 p.m.